Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler, and holy cow, what a mess it is here today in the Outer Banks with some strong northeasterly winds blowing and heavy surf here at Jeanette's Pier. As we look to the south, look at all this white water, just a big mass of roiling surf. Waves right here in the range of 4 to 8 foot with strong winds blowing in from the northeast, heavy pounding surf on the sandbars, as you can see. And we've got 3 solid breaks active here. We got the shore break right in front of us here. We've got the just offshore break, and looks like easily 4 to 6 foot here in the second break, and then the far offshore break. So the third break active, and that's where you're going to get your larger waves up to 8 feet in the offshore. And that's where you see that white water out there. That's out about 1,000 feet out at the end of the pier. So very rough today, very gnarly with some heavy surf. Conditions up and down the Outer Banks pretty similar, 4 to 8 foot, 4 to 9 foot, possibly some 10 footers depending on your location. So very gnarly day today. And swell coming in anywhere between 8 foot and 9 foot and around 9 or 10 seconds right about now. So pretty gnarly stuff out there. Tomorrow, similar conditions, waves even larger as those strong northeasterly winds continue to blow. And then on Thursday, the winds calm down and we expect conditions to clean up with 4 to 7 foot and fair by the afternoon and evening. And then on Friday, similar conditions, 4 to 7 foot and then clean as those winds shift out of the west and southwest. And those southwesterly winds are going to blow throughout the weekend as we get a nice swell pumping in from the offshore, anywhere between 3 and 8 foot throughout the weekend. So looking forward to a very good weekend coming up. And thank you for joining me for a relatively brief session of the OBX wave report. We're going to dive more into the data tomorrow. Once again, I was out doing some CPR certification for my surf instructor work, so did knock that out today. Had a few courses both online and of course a live instructor course. And also, as we conclude the OBX wave report today, would like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to help protect our fragile coastlines from the impacts of climate change. With this northeast flow here, you can see how fragile the coast is. No major storm right now, but we do have water all the way up to the dune line right now, just with 20 to 30 mile per hour northeasterly winds. So once again, you can see how fragile the coastlines are due to climate change pushing up those sea levels. So climate change driven by fossil fuel burning does increase sea level, and that makes our coastal infrastructure, our homes, our roads, our hotels, all the things on the coastline more vulnerable. And in addition to that, heating ocean waters do increase the intensity of storms when they do happen by providing more fuel for storms. All of this, of course, driven by fossil fuel burning. And then on top of that, you end up with ocean heat waves, which harm your ocean health, and ocean acidification, which is deadly to your calcareous organisms like coral reefs and your shellfish. All of that, of course, driven by fossil fuel burning. Now, the primary solution to the climate crisis is the rapid deployment of clean energy, and the forms of clean energy that are rapidly deployable now are wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles. Rapid clean energy deployment is underway, but we do have to step it out and have a mostly clean energy infrastructure providing our energy systems by the end of this decade. We can do it. We've got the technology. All we need is the will to do it. We've got the know-how, and I have faith in you guys. that you guys will help support the clean energy transition and do what's right for everybody who relies so much on our coastlines. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report. I do also want to give a shout out to some good friends who are out there in Hawaii surfing the pipeline. Much praise for you guys for your stoke, your bravery, and your dedication. I expect to hear some stories when you get back, and one of these days we're going to be out there with you. All right, much love to everyone, and thank you all for joining me once again.